fighting for. I will give you everything and more.
Hello, hello. It's Empress. Thank you for joining me for Healing Energies with Empress, where we tune into the frequencies of truth, clarity, and renewal. So take a deep breath and center yourself. And let's see what Spirit has to say to the collective today. Right. Okay, the star. Okay, and the tower. And then we have the Knight of Cups, right in center mass. And the Five of Swords. The Empress. I showed up. All right. Yes. The Three of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. All right, Pentacles. And the Two of Wands. Okay. All right, there. And our card underneath is the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Hey, that's rich. Rich, rich. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So we have the Star, the Five of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles, first of all. And that's after conflict, steady rebuilding, healing after conflict, and steady rebuilding. So that star card is a synonymous for healing. It brings hope, spiritual renewal, and divine guidance. It's the light after chaos. And then, along with the Five of Swords, it suggests recent tension, ego clash, some clashes going on, and a mental battle. Could be a mental battle, or perhaps within or around the collective. A mental battle. And then that Knight of Pentacles grounds the energy. Remember that? This Knight of Pentacles is slow and methodical. So, with slow and methodical progress, commitment to the long haul, that's that Knight of Pentacles. So, the message of this row is we're healing. The collective is healing from a period of discord. There's a call to release mental warfare and recommit to grounded, intentional action. The star reminds us that peace is possible, but it's earned through humility and steady effort. And then with row 2, we have the Knight of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. And that looks like emotional offerings, collaboration, and future vision. Emotional offerings, because we got that Knight of Cups. Then that Three of Pentacles is all about collaboration and working together, co-working. Two of Wands. all about that vision. So the Knight of Cups brings romantic, creative, or spiritual invitations, heart led movements, movements of the heart, movements led by the heart, let's say. And then the Three of Pentacles highlights teamwork, shared goals, and beauty of co creation, co working, all of that, shared goals. And then you have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands asks us to look ahead, plan boldly, and choose our own path with intention. There's an invitation to collaborate from a space of emotional authenticity. The collective is being asked to dream together, build together, and envision a future that honors both heart and strategy. And then when we look at row 3, we have radical transformation, divine feminine rebirth, and legacy. The tower shakes, it gets us all shook up. It shakes foundations, necessary destruction for truth to emerge. And then we have the Empress. She births new life, creativity, and nurturing abundance. And then the Ten of Pentacles speaks of long term wealth, family, and ancestral blessings. This is our generational wealth card. Wow, this row just says it all. It's a major shift. It shows that a major shift is underway. Old structures are crumbling. They're crumbling. The old structures are crumbling. Don't even worry about them. They're gone. They're going. They're leaving. Ha ha. But what rises is rooted in divine feminine wisdom and generational healing. The collective is being reborn into a legacy of abundance if we allow the breakdown to clear space for true creation. And then that card underneath is Nine of Pentacles. It's about self-worth, independence, and spiritual luxury. This card is the soul of the spread. It whispers, you are worthy of ease, beauty, and sovereignty. The collective is being reminded to honor their inner garden, to cultivate self trust, spiritual richness, and personal fulfillment. This spread feels like a journey from conflict to collaboration, from breakthrough to from breakdown to breakthrough, from breakdown to breakthrough. With the breakdown, the spread feels like just a total journey from conflict to collaboration. Like I said, breakdown to breakthrough. The star and the tower bookends. They bookend. The star and the tower. That's major. And I'm gonna talk about that too, because we have 3 higher arcana cards. This is definitely, definitely major. When there are 3 higher arcana cards in a spread, it definitely has some spiritual significance. Because, like I said before, the higher arcana cards are all spiritual, very, very spiritual. They're not about daily fluctuation, they're internal. They're about destiny, evolution, and spiritual contracts. The spiritual weight of 3 higher arcana cards is very major, and I want to really, really discuss that. And I feel like I'm skipping all over the place, but I just had to definitely say that. I got to get to that definitely. But I do want to tell you guys about this spread. This is the collective being reborn. The collective being reborn into a legacy of abundance. If we allow breakdown to clear the space for true creation, we have to definitely do that. We have to definitely do that. And also, the star and the tower bookend the transformation. Hope and upheaval. But the Empress and the Nine of Pentacles assures us that emerging is lush, empowered, and deeply rooted. Wow, very much so. Wow. So, the significance of having these multiple arcanas, and I did want to get to the planetary alignments, but I might do that in another segment because I do want to talk about the significance of these multiple higher arcanas, these major arcana cards. The spiritual weight of 3 major arcana cards suggests that this reading is tapped into a big picture thing, not just surface level concerns. This is about the big picture. It's about karmic timing. This often points to karmic cycles and soul growth or moments of divine intervention. Moments of divine intervention. The collective may be facing choices or shifts that ripple across timelines and lifetimes. Remember how I talked about when in one of the readings we had the 10 of Pentacles, and I said that what we're doing now is affecting generations. What we're doing right now, what's happening right now is affecting generations. Okay? It's very important. So each major arcana card has a significance. That star, it's all about hope, healing, and divine guidance. This tower is about sudden change, sudden change. Things are changing suddenly all the time. Things are changing suddenly all the time, guys. 2025 has been a total shake up, okay? Hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me. Because there's a reason that these cards are they're telling us, they're pointing to something. And I wanted to talk to you guys about, oh my goodness, I don't want to go all over the place, but this is significant. In the Bible, they pulled lots. Some people act like they're so afraid of tarot, but in the Bible, they pulled lots. It's the same. It's seeking guidance from our higher source. It's seeking guidance. And this guidance is saying, we're going to have hope, healing, and divine guidance. Because there's been some sudden shakeups, some sudden changes. It's time for egos to collapse. It's time for egos. Put the egos away. Pull your spirit man out. You need you need that spiritual guidance. You need to tap into your spirit man so truth can be revealed. That's what that's about. That's what that's about. And then this Empress showing up, it's about creation, nurturing, that divine feminine embodiment. Together, they suggest a journey from breakdown to breakthrough, guided by faith and rebirth. So I needed to really, really get that out there because I'm telling you, it's significant when you see multiple higher arcana cards. And I've been noticing that. I really had meant to say, but I feel sometimes like I go a little too far and too long, so I try and shorten it. But the important part is that we have to be mindful of what is going on in our world today, what is going on in our life today. And we are equipped. Do not ever think that you are not equipped, because yes, you are. It's not just a moment. I mean, this trio actually signifies shedding illusions, receiving divine healing. I said it signifies shedding illusions, okay? The tower. Receiving divine healing. That star, yeah. And then rebirth, birthing new abundance and wisdom. This is not just a moment, it's a rite of passage. It is. So we have to be mindful. I'm not really going to be able to talk much about the planetary alignments. I can tell you we're still in Libra. The energy dominates with the sun, moon, and Venus, emphasizing harmony, relationships, and aesthetic refinement. And then that Scorpio, Mars, and Mercury is still going on. It's still going on, that conjunction. It intensifies communication and action, deep dives emotional truth, and strategic movement. And then tower like aspects are the Sun squaring Pluto, Mars square, that Mars square, and the Pluto, I'm sorry, I said sun squaring Pluto, right? Then Mars is also squaring Pluto. Okay? And Pluto squaring Chiron. And it echoes with this spread. That's why I had to just go ahead and tell you guys those alignments, those squares to Pluto, all of those squares to Pluto are echoing with this spread. The theme of upheaval and transformation. I said the theme of upheaval and transformation. It's what's happening right now in our world. It's what's happening right now. Okay? So that's important. Venus trines offers grace and creative flow, especially in relationships and spiritual pursuits. This cosmic setup is ripe for healing through truth, creative rebirth, and reclaiming personal power. As we journey from the stars' healing light through the tower's sacred unraveling, we arrive at the Empress' throne. I say we arrive at the Empress's throne, reborn, rerooted, and radiant. These cards remind us that breakdown births brilliance, and collaboration nourishes legacy. Let this reading be your mirror and your map. Honor your worth, tend your garden, and trust the divine timing. The Nine of Pentacles whispers, you are already the harvest. Until next time, may your path be guided by truth, beauty, and bold love. This is Empress Shay signing off with grace, fire, and 1,000 blessings. And remember, be gentle with yourself because life is about the journey, not the destination.